Hello, my friends. It's me, Miss Karamy, and I'm back with another story time from the Crystal Lake Public Library, just for you. It is this very spooky time of year, and I have a very cute little book that I found on the shelf. It is called The Little Ghost Who Was a Quilt, and it's written by Riel Nason. Would you think it would be easy to be a ghost if you were a quilt and you had little patches all over you, like a big heavy quilt on a bed? And what if all the other ghosts were all whooshy and swooshy? Wouldn't that make you feel a little sad? Yeah. It would still be pretty fun to be a ghost, though, even if you were in a quilt. I think that we should see what happens to this little ghost. Don't you? All right, let's see. All right. Ooh, that's very pretty. I do like all the shades of blue. I'm wearing blue today, too. Very sneaky, very sneaky. He's so cute and all lonely up there in that top of the house. Do you think he lives in the attic? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Once, there was a little ghost who was a quilt. Yeah, he's all alone up in the attic. He's got some spider friends, but that's it. Aww. He didn't know why he was a quilt. His mom and dad and all of his friends were sheets. They're all whooshy and swooshy. Look at that. They were light as air. They flew high and fast and twirled and whirled in the sky. They could even ride on a gust of wind and then whoosh back to the ground like they were going down an invisible slide. That sounds fun. It does. Ooh, look at that creepy old house with all the leaves, and there's an owl in the clock. Wow, that would be a fun place to live, I think. Yeah. The little ghost who was a quilt was heavy because of his layers of fabric. I know what you mean, little ghost. Yep. It was hard for him to lift off, and he was a very slow flyer. He got hot and sweaty when he tried to go faster. I know what you mean, little ghost. Yeah. The only time he attempted to twirl and whirl, it didn't go very well. You know, I'm kind of feeling a little bit like this little ghost is me because, you know, I feel a little heavy under a lot of layers of clothes and stuff, and sometimes I get all hot and sweaty when I don't do a whole lot of stuff, and then also I fall down very easily because, you know, I'm clumsy. Yeah. One day, he and his friends were at the park when they heard someone coming. His friends zoomed away because ghosts are terrified of people. Ghosts are terrified of people? I didn't know that. I didn't know. But the little ghost couldn't escape quickly enough. Terrifying. Goodness. He flopped over a bench. A family came along, and a little boy who was eating an ice cream cone sat down beside him. The little ghost had never been so close to a human before, and he felt fear in every fiber of his fabric. The boy only stayed a few minutes, but he dropped a big blob of melted ice cream right on the ghost's face. Blop. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That poor little ghost. Later, when some other ghosts saw him, they laughed at the stain on his forehead, and the little ghost was very embarrassed and also very sticky. Yes, that was not nice of those ghosts to laugh at him. No, that's not. That's very sad. I think that I might go hide in my cubbyhole again. Yep. The little ghost didn't like being different. His mom told him he had an ancestor who was a checkered tablecloth, and his great-grandmother was an elegant lace curtain. Everyone said she was the most beautiful ghost they had ever seen. Even knowing that, the little ghost didn't feel any better. Oh, man. Look, There's a checkered tablecloth ghost and a beautiful lace ghost. Yep. Oh, look at, maybe he's musical. He wished he was just one fabric and not a whole bunch of fabric squares sewn together. The other ghosts called him Scrappy, and he didn't like that. Nope. Nope. But there was one day that always cheered him up. Me too, Scrappy Ghost, me too. Guess what day it is? It's Halloween. Yes. People seemed excited about ghosts on Halloween, and sometimes children dressed as them to go trick-or-treating. They did. Oh, hi, Mulligan. Mulligan. Okay. Hey, Mulligan. Want to say hi to Mulligan? Let's say hi to Mulligan. He's as white as a ghost. He is. Say hi, Mulligan. Hello. Hello. Okay. Off you go. All right. Where was I? Yes. People seemed excited about ghosts on Halloween. And sometimes children even dressed as ghosts to go trick-or-treat. Every year the ghosts went to watch the festivities, and they stayed silent in the trees and pretended to be decorations far away from humans. Do you think some of the decorations outside in the trees are real ghosts? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Too heavy to hover, the little ghost who was a quilt usually draped himself over a clothesline, and he never had a very good view. Nope. Look, oh, there's a little black and white kitten. Yeah. This year, he had a better plan. He remembered how close he had been to the boy at the park, and so he decided he would be brave and fold himself over a chair on the porch, right in the center of the action. Ooh, do you think that that's a good idea? I don't know. Halloween night came and the little ghost flew as fast as he could, but he was only halfway across the lawn when he heard people coming. Oh no. Oh no, what? Oh, he should run. He should run. At the last possible second, he flopped over a porch rail. Oh, that's so close. So very close. A mom walked up the driveway with a little girl who was dressed as a ballerina. Beautiful. I love that. While the girl trick-or-treated, the mother asked the man at the door something. The next thing the little ghost knew, the mom had picked him up. He was so scared he thought his seams might come undone. Oh my goodness, he's been kidnapped. Oh no! The mom wrapped the little ghost around the little girl and put them both in a wagon. How lovely. Girl had been cold, and now the little ghost was keeping her warm. Yep, he could hardly believe what was happening. Look at that. It's all cuddly. They headed down the street, past his friends in the trees. No, don't go, whispered one. What are you doing? I bet they're scared because that ghost is taking a ride. Yup. The little ghost decided to fly away as soon as the little girl was out of the wagon to trick or treat again. But the mom didn't turn into the next yard. Oh no. Or the one after that. By the time she finally walked up to a house, the little ghost was panicking. How would he get away? Look at all those houses. He's so far from home. The mother parked the wagon and carried the little girl and the little ghost into the house. The little ghost didn't know what to do. He reminded himself to stay calm and be brave. Look at all those eyeballs. The little ghost peeked around the room. There were Halloween decorations everywhere. He even saw a branch trimmed with lollipop ghosts. They looked just like his friends in the tree. Do you look at that? Do you see all the pumpkins? There's 1, 2, 3 pumpkins, and then a whole lot of pumpkins going up here. Yeah, I bet if you took a second, you could count them. Yeah, yep. Here we go. The girl tucked the little ghost, who was a quilt, around her legs and sorted her candy into piles. He felt surprisingly cozy. Maybe things would turn out okay after all. Look at that. That looks so cozy. Look at all that candy. Mulligan's back. Maybe he wants to look at the candy too. Yeah. The girl ate a chocolate bar. Now, I like to start with a chocolate bar too when I'm going through all of my candy. But then after the chocolate bar, I like to eat the Twizzlers because those are my favorite. The little girl ate a chocolate bar, and when she wiped her sticky fingers on the little ghost, he didn't even mind. Gross. Gross. After the little girl was asleep upstairs, her mom gently folded the little ghost who was a quilt. She smiled and admired his fabrics and traced her fingers along the lines of his stitching, just like that. And it tickled. Yeah, it's very pretty. Look at all of those colors. She set the little ghost on the couch and went upstairs too. When she was gone, he flew into the fireplace and out the chimney. Bye, little ghost who was a quilt. The little ghost's friends cheered and rushed over to him. They were amazed by his courage and wanted to hear every detail of his adventure. They flew slowly along with him all the way home. Who knew that was such an exciting thing? The little ghost was so happy that he felt like he was floating without even trying. Everything that happened was because he was a little bit different. Everything had happened because he was a quilt. Look at that. They're all playing. What an amazing story. You know, sometimes you might think it's a little hard to be different. And it is sometimes, but most of the time it's just a good thing. Being different is just the best and everybody knows that you're just you. And sometimes you can be silly, or you can be shy, or you can be happy, or you can be sad, and that's okay. Being different is a good thing. It is, just like this little ghost who was a quilt. It was a very good thing for him to be different, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, I hope you come into the library with your Halloween costumes on, because I would love to see what you're going to be. I'm going to be a frog for Halloween. I'm going to be a frog with big hoppy green feet. I am. So come on in and say hi. And happy Halloween. Boo. Bye.